Alright, hey everybody, it's Miss Johnson in the library. We are going to do a quick little demo here of how to make your Google site. So first things first, let's get logged into Google Apps. For us, the quickest way to do that is off the home page of the school. Quick links, Jeffco Google Apps right there. You'll need to log in with your student ID number and your birthday. And you want to make sure you use your 8-digit birthday, so that's a little different. Now when you land in Google Apps, you're going to see all these different choices where we're going to go to Sites. Now if you mistakenly clicked on Docs or Calendar, it's not a big deal. Once I get into Sites, you'll see there's a black bar across the top that has all our core apps in it, so you could click Sites at this time. I already have several sites, so I can see them here when I go, but when you go back after yours is made and you want to edit, then you're going to just click this and pull this up. I'm going to click Create New Site. I need to give my site a name, and you need to make sure the last name, your last name, is included in your site. So I'm going to put Johnson Grammar Website. You can see it automatically assigns it a URL, which is its address. And then here's where I can have a little fun and pick a theme, or I can do this later. I'm going to go ahead and pick a theme now. So you can go through and see all the different choices here. I'm going to pick Slate. And then I have to scroll all the way down. There's some more options here that I can choose, and I'm going to leave that how it is right now, and I'm going to click Create Site. Just like that, you have a website. Now if you really didn't like your theme, you can go in and change it at this time. It's right here under More Actions, and Manage Site is how you could go in right at this spot here and adjust your theme. You can see at the bottom here it says Themes. It'll take you right back to the page of themes, and you could pick a different one. You just have to always make sure you save your changes. I'm going to just go back to my site because I don't want to make a change. I'm going to talk to you now about probably the most important thing you need to change right now is one of the sharing permissions. So again, over in this More Actions button where we have all these different choices, I'm going to go into Manage the Site again. And one of the problems with our websites is they default to letting just about anybody edit them, and somebody might accidentally ruin your day that way, so let's fix that. Click over here under Site Settings for Sharing and Permissions, and we're going to change this to make sure it's just locked down to you. You can see right now my site defaulted that people at Jefferson County Public Schools can find my site and edit it, and I really don't want them to do that, so I'm just going to click Change. And I'm going to uncheck the editing box. I don't want them to edit my website. So anybody can find it and access it. You can even make it public so that your parents or anyone else can do it. So you can change any of these that you want to, as long as you remove that editing feature. So I'm going to make mine a public website, make sure nobody can edit it, and I'm going to click Save. Click Return to Site. And now I am ready to edit. So along the left here, you're going to have different pages that are going to cover some of your different grammar concepts. So on the home page, you might just put a little information about you. This is really just a home page where people will land. If you want to edit this page, you click over here in the Edit. And I'm just going to type in a very quick little welcome message. So I typed just a quick little message. Welcome to my grammar website. If you want, you can even put a picture of yourself in here or a picture of something else. I'm going to click Save, and now we get into how we will edit these pages. So we're going to need a lot more pages over here. I'm going to click Create Page. And one of the things I want you to do is to number your pages, and this will ensure that they come in the right order. Otherwise, Google will alphabetize them for you. There is a workaround for that, but it's just a few extra steps that we can easily avoid simply by numbering our pages. So page number 1 is commas, and it's on coordinating conjunctions. So I'm going to type that in here, and I'm going to click Create Page. One of the things you want to do before you do that is just make sure that this is set at the top level. And now I'm already in this page. You can see there's a feature down here for attachments and comments. If you don't like that, you're welcome to remove it. I'll show you that in just a second. In here, in the body of this part here, Miss Railsback would like you to have 3 things. She wants you to do the rule, an example, and your application of it. So probably an example that she gave you in class. So in order to set that up nicely, I think a table would be great. So I'm going to click the table button, click Insert Table, and I'm going to draw a 3x2 column. I can always add more later. So in this box I'm going to have the rule. In this one I'm going to have the example that I got in class, and in this box I'm going to have my application of that rule. And I do want to resize this a little bit, so I'm going to click on these cells and try and just eyeball them here. I can see I misspelled a word. I'll go back and fix that. Okay, so I'm kind of liking that a little better. So over here you'll type the rule and an example in your application of that rule. Okay. The features across the top work just like a basic word processing editor. You can bold things, you can change their colors, you can highlight them, you can even add in some links. And one of the things that we're going to ask you to do is how to insert a video, and that's going to be covered in the next one. So make sure you leave a little room for that. Make sure you watch that video. When you're done, you just click Save. Now this is what my page is going to look like to everyone else. I really don't like these attachments or comments, so one of the other things I can do under More Actions is go to my page settings, and I can uncheck those boxes and get rid of them. I can always add them back later, but I think that looks a little bit nicer. Okay. So again, when you're ready to do your next page, you're just going to click Create Page. You're going to number that number 2, and it is on prepositions. Same thing when you go into that page, you'll want to probably insert a table, and you'll want to add the same kind of info in that table. Okay. So that's quickly how you set up your website. If you have any questions on how to do that or other features you want in your website that I didn't cover in this video, please let me know.